Hey guys, Itaewon Semi here. Welcome back, welcome back. Just getting comfortable here. Gonna knock out a whole bunch of videos today because I have some free time. It is February 10th and I'm in the middle of the coronavirus here in Korea. It's not a big deal. I don't know why people are getting so upset about it. Just check my video that I did a couple days ago. You know, more people are being cured in China than are dying. Like, I have a website that says real-time status board, and as of 2:30 this afternoon, 400 people were cured and only 90 people died. And what you have to remember that is that these people have been sick for a while and they're older or what have you, but more people are being cured every single day that we go by. And if you read the stories, in the news about the people being infected, newly infected outside of China, there are people who are related to the ones who were originally infected. They're already under quarantine. These aren't people walking around in public. So, I'm okay in Korea, don't worry about it, but the problem is I'm not working. Club is closed. My classes are canceled. I'm off for 6 days now. So I don't know, I'm sitting at home. Nobody wants to go out. So let's see what happens. Anyway, let's get to today's video. Today's video is going to be about, let's pick a topic. Let's see here. Yeah, here's a good one. Stress of living in Korea on a visa. That's an interesting topic. So let's talk about that. Let's fix this screen. Okay, there we go. Centered, nice and centered. All right. So I live in Korea on a permanent residence visa, so I don't have really much to worry about. I'm here as a permanent resident, just below citizen, which means I can't be deported. The only reason I could ever lose my visa is if I commit a serious crime, murder, espionage, terrorism, like serious crime. Like simple crime like, theft or something. But if I'm a habitual criminal, they could revoke my visa, right? So I have to be a good person. Basically, there's nothing that could happen. Now, every other single visa that is given to foreigners in Korea is tied to either a person or a business. So, for example, all the visas are tied to a business. Education, work, what have you, entertainment, anything that you do is tied to a business. If that business closes or stops or they decide not to sponsor your visa anymore, you have to leave the country. The other visa is a marriage visa, and that visa is tied to your spouse. So if you divorce, you have to leave the country. There's only a few exceptions. If you have a child, if you have assets, or if you were not the cause of the divorce, and if you file a civil case about that. But basically, you come to Korea, you are here as a privilege, not a right. So it's very, very difficult to live here. And people say, America is a hard country to get into. No, Korea is so hard. The visa requirements are so strict. And that is a big concern for most expats. I have a friend, I'm not going to go into details, they're a business owner. They've been a business owner here for over 15 years. Maybe 18 years, maybe even longer. And every year or every 2 years that they have to renew their business visa, it's always an unknown. Just this last month, in January, they were thinking that they were going to be denied, and their business visa was going to be denied, and they were going to be asked to leave the country. They were preparing to leave. things were being sold, houses, things, everything, personal effects were being wrapped up in the event that they had to leave the country. I mean, how stressful is that to live? So, I belong to a few Facebook groups and a few friends I have, etc. And I hear all the stories, and it's hell. If you have an e-visa, which is the visa that you need to teach English in Korea, number one, you can only be from 6 or 7 countries, okay, that are recognized. You can't have a passport from India or Philippines. It doesn't matter whether you were born in any place else or English is your first language. You have to have a passport from Canada, United States, UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa. That's it. If you don't have a passport from one of those 7 countries, you cannot be an English teacher in Korea legally. You cannot get an E2 visa. It's that simple. Don't ask questions about it. That's just the way it is, okay? To have a D visa, which is a business class visa, you have to spend a lot of money. $100,000, $500,000 US dollars. It's ridiculous. E7 is a catch-all, which means that you are doing a job that no other Korean can do. Specialized company has to do that for you. Entertainment visa, pretty easy to get, but you have to be sponsored for that. H, which is a working vacation, again, you have to follow the rules and go through your embassy. There's a lot of paperwork that's required, a lot of education requirements, degrees, paperwork, and everything. And you have to do all of this in your home country. You have to do this in your home country. You have to apply at the Korean embassy in your home country. You cannot do it here. What else? And then there is the route to permanent residency. There's F-class visas where after you've been in Korea for a certain number of years, 3 to 5 years, on a continuous visa, like let's say you're a teacher and you're here for 4 years, you can apply for an F-class visa, which is a long stay residency or close to permanent residence. You have to apply, you have to show taxes, you have to show financials, you have to show Korean level of speaking, all of these documents, and it's not easy. And herein lies the problem, is that Korea is going to go through a huge demographic change in the next 5 to 10 years. And they're going to need more people. Underskilled labor is what they're going to need. And they're making it very difficult to get visas in this country. But hopefully that'll change. But the stress of living on a visa is multiple layers. You have to constantly be on your toes for your taxes, your health insurance, your unemployment insurance, you have to keep yourself out of trouble. I mean, sometimes people get accidentally involved in situations. It's not always 100% their fault. But you have to be extra vigilant because you're not a citizen. You don't have the same rights. And not speaking the language or understanding, that's even another disadvantage. So you have stress. In your home country, you speak the language, you understand the system, you have a citizenship, so you're protected. In Korea, not the same thing. And there's cultural differences, and there's situations that occur that you may not fully comprehend. So there is stress. There is a huge amount of stress in living in Korea on a visa. I don't have that much stress about it. The only thing I got to worry about is to make sure I stay out of criminal trouble. It's easy. Make sure I pay all of my taxes, make sure I'm covered under my pension, I follow all of the legal rules, and keep myself within the confines of what immigration wants me to do, so that when I go every time to renew my visa, it's a simple process. And you know, I've done a video before on how to renew your visa. It took me 10 minutes. But yeah, these stresses is adding to my decision that I'm going to be making in the next 6 to 9 months about where my future is going to be. So I'm going to leave it at that. If you have any questions about living on a visa here, I mean, I'll try and answer any questions that you have down below, but it is a complex situation. The best way to do is join a Facebook group, and I'll comment and reply to you if you have questions about it. I'm more than happy to help, but each individual situation is very, very complex. So, you know, best to contact the embassy, the Korean embassy in your hometown or country, or join a Facebook group, or talk to that. But I will try and help, okay? Itaewon Sammy, I'm living life, and I'm out.